How many of you in here have pension? No? Well, you don't have to just share with me. Well, let me tell you, young people are going to be your pension. And for us to get the economy going, we need to sell. I don't know if you've looked at the poor exhibition of our politicians and whatever, and I'm not in here to get into politics. There's two things I don't like to debate, and it's politics and religion. But they need to learn some selling skills as well, primarily the art of negotiation. And I think going forward over the next couple of years, we're going to see that that's going to become very evident, that negotiation is people. Now, young people out there, especially, I keep bringing it back to areas around the city and impoverished areas and so on. You've got a lot of young people out there who actually are already doing some sort of selling. They just haven't encapsulated it to recognise that this can be a profession. So for us to get going, we need to capture that. And it's not just the so-called, I don't like to use the word disadvantaged, but let's just say those from not so well backgrounds. What about the graduates? Let's talk about graduates unemployed. Let's talk about the graduates who've worked so hard, put themselves in debt to actually get out there and make something of their life. How many of them is the sales not being promoted to as a profession? How many of them really have the ability and don't recognise that they have the ability yet? So unless we start to pay attention to detail and selling and stop glossing it over with all these titles, business development, marketing, this, that, whatever. Selling is selling. It sells. Let's not be ashamed of the word. We need to get that into schools, colleges, universities, get it out on the street, get it amongst young people. Say, look, you guys are already selling. You have the transferable skills. Yeah? I'm not just saying illicit product, because you've got a lot of graduates who are going out, starting up their own businesses, and they're being made redundant before they start because they're not being taught to sell. They'll come, I do a bit of surgery once a week in North Westminster, and I'll have people come in and they'll give me the glossy business plan, they'll give me all these areas, but they haven't thought about the sales aspect of it. Now, a lot of them don't have the selling skills per se to start with, but working at it and developing it over a period of time, they'll get better and better. So if we want our businesses to strive, especially our micro SMEs, and they're the ones we're focusing on, one of the key areas that we're going to be focusing on, especially from the cooperative, is going to be selling. A lot of people come into me and they say to me, oh, but the cooperative, can you do this, can you do that? I say, yeah, but once you learn to sell. Because if you haven't learned to sell, you haven't begun. Yeah? And I've spent the last 5 or 6 years being an evangelist. And it's like I've forgotten how to sell now. Yeah? But it's time to get back to selling. So what I've realised is it's time to lead the way. And we're going to go out and set an example, because these young people, they need to be shown the way. And unless we as the adults are showing them the way and not treating sales as a gutter word, not undermining it, and actually well, hold on, this is a profession that can empower you. This can make you. Even in the sales, a job interview, you've got to sell yourself. If you're going into social life, you've got to sell yourself. You've got me. 30 seconds. It's a passionate program. Right? You've got to sell yourself.